Crimes of Passion 2, Chapter 8, United and Conquer. The morning after the recoronation, you and Tristan locked yourselves in the palace's library to discuss your next steps regarding the twins. Whatever Casper took from the scene of Naja's murder, he did it alone, and Mika sounded like a PR agent trying to do damage control. That tracks with all of his previous thefts. And Mika helps Casper point out afterward, even if they don't approve of what he's done. So if Casper's murdered Naja, Tristan nods grimly, pouring yet another cup of coffee from a silver coffee pot. If he killed her, yes, Mika wouldn't hesitate to help Casper cover his tracks. But Bird is hardly Casper's style. He likes shiny variables he can hold and brag about to his friends. Didn't know someone like him had friends. Style no. Style not. He and Mika know something we don't. We need them to tell us what. We'll have to tread carefully. If they know we're onto them, they'll close rank like they did at dinner. We'll get them to complain. I've cracked the closer confidants. Lovers, best friends, even siblings. We just need the right angle. We should explain the truth can protect him. I've seen how close they are and can use their instincts to protect each other against them. That could work. Mika once betrayed Casper's confidence, but it was to save him from serious prison time. You mean your mom didn't step in to protect him? If you're thick enough to get caught breaking foreign laws, the Queen believes it's on you to bear the consequences. Mika once organized a plea deal with Casper, insisted on playing innocent. 5 years were reduced to a fine and a public apology. So it was the thought of being separated that motivated Mika. We can use that. So long as we're careful, Mika love is as ferocious as it is fierce. Do we think Mika could have killed Naja and now Casper is protecting them? Mika isn't violent well, not physically. But if Naja had threatened Casper in some way, then I can see Mika taking whatever action necessary to stop her. I may have to. I can emphasize with that. I might kill to protect you. Expound out of Tristan's lips. Even if there were consequences? Yes. I say screw the consequences. Tristan leans closer, eyes smothering her fingertips on your thigh beneath the table, her lips descend on yours, and you draw her closer. I'm realizing just how much I miss doing this whenever I want. Tristan smiles against your mouth, her body weight settling against yours, your breath. You breathe her in, the scent of royal incense and pages of freshly turned books. If only this pesky murder case wasn't beneath breathing down their necks. Then pull away, resting your forehead against hers. As much as I like to explore every nook and cranny of this library with you, we should probably drag while the iron's hot. I agree, even if it leaves me in a state of petrol. You know what I'm trying to say, guys. Long thing. I believe it's time for another interrogation. You take Tristan's hand, and she leads you out into a hall, swiftly cutting a path to the twins' room. Anything else I should know before I get emotionally eviscerated? She shoots you a playful glance as you pass by the extravagant window and pillars of the palace. Just that. You grind to a halt as you come face to face with the Queen. Ember wags her tail as Queen Victoria gives her head a functionary nod and pat. Ah, yes, there you are. With your hound at your roll. I believe we found each other. That makes one of us. Lead the detective to his investigation. You and I are needed at Parliament to decide over some legislative discussions. I wonder whether they were something included. Bass has asked with time on the floor. He wants to start proceedings on the act of equality. Now, while someone's trying to find the suspected with a splash of murder? Yes, that would be suspicious timing if half the court hadn't heard Tristan's championing the act after her how you know I supported the legislation murder. I always know. When I always thought it was foolish. Now we must decide over weeks of discussion. She arches a brow and sweeps from the room with the clear expectation that Tristan will follow her. I felt like we're really getting to know each other between you and I. We have to speak to the twins tonight. Until then, I feel a lot better if you will agree. She should be working downtown today if you are planning to stop by. I'll see what she's up to, but don't worry, no one's going to kill me before you get back. So stay fast, step after you, in the house very soon, as always. Doesn't back to you in the lips, and but the briefcase age is wanting as she follows the Queen out every ounce of room in the whole leaves with her. You take a short walk through the city of Dracos to the runway where Margaret is preparing for her next show. It doesn't seem sure, says frankly paying cabbage to mannequins while set designers block off the runway. No, not like that. Pin the underside of the pin like this. I'm trying. Marguerite and Luke's hand in the center of the action, typically on a model in a half-finished ensemble. It takes you a moment to realize the model is Ruby. Hi, Tillywood, do you like my boots? Oh, Sinner, can you see them? I'll take your info. I do like them. I feel like I've already Project Runway where I feel like we're on to Project Runway where are all your hopeful and coming designers, Marguerite? Please, as if I have time for finally a sequin at my sewing station. Yeah. I was trying to find a thing for her upcoming fashion show. Maybe could step on the end of this. I don't know. Maybe I should do one. Oh my god. Guys, focus, please focus. Please be serious, you two. This show is important. It has to be perfect. Shows. You're in high demand in your home country, and a princess, what could go wrong? This will only be my second full runway show in this career. Your second ever? What makes this the first show? Which makes this the first show since Juliana's disappearance? I never had the heart to say it, to try another here until Sylvia encouraged me to hold the showcase. He told me it was high time Genovia saw what I was made of. That's why you held the showcase. If Tristan can be reincarnated, I can make my debut. Despite the name I made for myself internationally to Jacoria, I'm still just a princess with an interest in fashion. Then we need to show Jacoria you're a fashion icon, a fashion queen. If I ever decide what I want my costume to say anyway, looks appraisingly at one of the more completed pieces hanging on the mannequin. I'm not exactly a fashion guy, but I'm definitely will trust no one taking a prisoners right from these like wearable armor sets. Okay, there's a continuation of the Civil War when we arrived in Korea. I was so inspired by the way he bore himself in it. Jet lag confused. On the contrary, he arrived and demanded acknowledgement and retribution, a true blend of American calmness and European strength. You know that describes you too, right? You know that describes you too, right? I called the three of you here to help me not compliment me. Can we do both? Can we do both? There are quite a few pieces I'm having a hard time cutting. They all say so much. It is. Maybe we can help you land somewhere. The pieces that are more sharp and clean symbolize the future and excitement for the possibilities ahead. Overall, a positive note. The darker pieces remind me of my heritage, my culture, and the fierce beauty that lives in my blood as a Korean. So the darker side, okay. Or negative vibe, I'll say. And a little less positive. gold and green represent my place in my family, the conflicting nature of being illegitimate occasionally overlooked, but still proud to bear the name Thorn. You consider Marley's words. Remember who you are. You're more than a fashion genius, you're a thing, which means that you belong here more than anyone. Maybe not thoughtfully. After years abroad, it feels like a proud statement to make, and it's straight up gorgeous. Thank you, designing a collection in this sort of time. It can be difficult to see the full picture, especially when the pressure to do well is this high. Do you remember much of your first runway show? In vivid detail, it was supposed to be the best night of my life, but I spent most of the night upset. That was like things turned sour after you kind about dealing with, but you were accepted for. I was 16, and I desperately wanted to impress my oldest sister. So when the facility told me that Trisha and Julian hadn't even stayed for the final, ouch. That is such a move. I was crushed and furious. I said terrible things about her at the after party. She bailed on me too. I was upset with her. Julie was one of my closest friends. She knew how important that night was to me. But you didn't blame her. Julie would never have agreed to Tristan's flirtatious whims without a good reason. At the time, she was at odds with several nobles over the act of equality. She had been very bubbling into them at my shows, and you think she did? She must have. You know all how charming and convincing Tristan can be, but Julie was strong words. The only reason she would have abandoned me that night would be if someone made it feels impossible for her to stay. I planned to ask her the next time I saw her, but I never got the chance. To reach her love and past you as a small troop of royal guards push past the barricades along the runway. Princess, are your models here? They're waiting for you in that building. Colette gives a brisk nod and heads towards the indicated building. What's all that? As you're actually aware, one of my family members is a murderer. With a flair for dramatic, I'm not taking any chances at my show. That's smart. What do the models have to do with it? If any of my siblings tries to tamper with anything backstage, they're best poised to see it, and most of us are being hurt. I I'm hoping that if Colette runs them through enough drills, they'll be better prepared. Tristan Downfall began at my last show. The symmetry might be too tempting for whoever is doing this. Would involve converting not just color to act. We'll just be on alert in case any of your siblings tries anything. Then that's the other trouble. This show will be a magnet for drama, murder, or not. During my first show, the twins made my first model cry on the runway. Her mascara started running 2 steps in. They ruined the show. Almost ironic tears hit on the rest of the model before they went out. The people called it haunting, and Mika was furious. They might play it cool, but Mika had a bit of an aggressive streak. I barely saw our conversation at dinner. They scared me. Not me. 23 years about the same age as the twins. How well do you know them? Barely did. They're thick as thieves, pardon the pun, and always spoke in their private language of theirs. I told you straight out of The Shining. Yes, I'm playing an investigating them. Anything I should know? It's hard to say, and I mostly commune over email, and it's usually about how to control people through passion. What, like a call? It wouldn't be there first, but if its power and sway you want, yes, a good grant look at the intelligence files. They'll give you better insight than anyone in our family could. Okay. That's it. The more information I have to work with, the better. Let's visit the backstage area. We'll have more purpose today. My dearly cheer team backstage, she's where she and Luke convene over their phones. Ruby elbows you. Oh, those two are like kids in a candy shop. What can we say? They love a good gossip session. Luke glances up from looking smug. Excuse me, I have that. This gossip session is just produced 2 cows on some Kirby twins for your viewing pleasure. He holds up his phone. 2 cows over your perusal. Okay, let's get it. Let me calculate. And since these are all CS, we're just gonna skim. 24. Staying in a relationship with Sister Asher Thorne, doxed Asher's girlfriend doing a debut art show. Okay, it's a source we're paying 83% of Casper's multiple bells over the years. Wow, okay. they made bullying their entire career. That's sad. We know what they say about doing what you love. Mika has always been gifted in the art of emotional manipulation. I wasn't there, but I spoke to Asher afterwards. 1 second they were walking down the red carpet together. The next, Mika had a fistful of her girlfriend's hair. Mika got physical with her, and then some. Mika had a dagger at her throat. Did Mika think Ashley's girlfriend was a spy? She's monopolized Casper's for an entire evening, and at another event, Mika accused her of trying to get secrets out of the royal family. Had she? No, she ghosted Casper. Otherwise, is all Mika took the opportunity to try to have her imprisoned in retribution. Interesting. Suffocatingly weird and unsettling. We still have Casper's cerebro. You close out Amika's folder file and pull up Casper's in its place, scanning the text for clues. Wait, what? Okay, this looks interesting. Legally barred from entering France, Germany, and Italy, Cordonia, and Montezero. So they both have the same weakness. Code breakers or legislations, which the Queen has prohibited, and the company has since adopted the code word magpie when communicating it from the others. They both adopted the code name magpie. That's a serious criminal record for a 24-year-old. That's just what we know about. Imagine having everything handed to you and still wanting more. That's how criminals are. Only what I've been able to glean from intelligence reports and rumors, the Diamond Eyes are made up of five individuals, not including Casper. I've heard a little about them. Domino X is said to be a member. Rogue's Hero, some kind of genius hacker. They released the tax records of every member of Congress last year. They're high on the FBI. Don't mind me. I'm thinking of something else that involves those 3 letters. FBI most wanted list, and I guess they also moonlight in art theft. Why would a team with that kind of prestige want Casper? No offense. The family always suspected who he was recruited as bait while he was bludgeon, blood, bungling. So I am reading that right. Bungling the Lavera heist. What is bungling? The Diamond Eyes were being across to getting access to the French Parliament. For what? Unclear. The heist never been solved. The French police were too busy focusing on Casper to realize what had really happened. And how did Casper go about being told out? I'm gonna guess Ferris and Integral. Live it. Yeah, same thing. It's Ferris. It's the reason the Queen made him come home. He's been stuck here ever since. Yeah. Anger, betrayed, and practically on house arrest, and could be arrested for murder. You read over the document again, then hand Luke his phone back. This magpie detail is interesting. I don't think I've heard either of them use it before. As far as we can glean, it's their version of a distress call. Why a magpie? Magpies are Anika's favorite oven. Likely because magpies are a combination of the two twins. Loud, intimidating in spite of their size and their toys. Thieves. You forward the file to Tristan and put your phone away, feeling ready for the interrogation ahead. Now all I have to do is trick these little backfires into singing. So, you ready to face them? Now you have those dossiers you sent me. I have questioned many of them. But now, for one, how did I not know my brother dated Louis von Hoff? Out of everything in those files, that's what surprised you. A guy Casper dated. Yes, I was believed Louis was too intelligent to fall for Casper. As sometimes being ruled members of international syndicates and red-carded terrorists is Albert O'Brien. At least we know our plan approach is. At least we know what our planned approach is, the right one, and we're gonna need to believe that the only way to protect Casper is to have him confess. You should take the lead, and Mika will want to get the upper hand on you so badly they won't notice you're 2 steps ahead of them. My favorite kind of interrogation. Also, Mika does think highly enough of me to believe that I could protect Casper from anything. They don't exactly think the sun shines on my ass either. But they are threatened by you. And in Anika's words, that's the highest compliment that there is. You're right, in the West Ring color to find Anika lying upside down on the sofa. That is a recipe for blood rushing to your head. Balance the sofa and a laptop balance on their belly. Casper sits cross-legged on the rug in front of them, palms open on his knees. Both are so absorbed in their work, they don't notice you notice you entered. Is this man actually meditating? He's on my laptop and he's meditating. None of this only wearing white nonsense. I want my followers to dress like a legion of the damned. It is dumbness. Thou shalt just like the lesser gods you are. With me being the greater god. Absolutely. You glance at Tristan and raise your eyebrows at the twins as the twins continue to gush over each other. Are they always like this? Luke's The Shining reference is for all. Just fast forward to their 20s and you can call yourselves the Church of the New Conquest or something like that. Something epic. The nerds will flock to you. No churches. It sounds so old. We shall be the nomads of the Emerald Night. The whispers of you raise an eyebrow at Tristan and she shrugs back as bewildered as her assemblies as your. You call it the sad sycophants of School Town, since I assume it's all online. And because no one's completely unfazed by your presence, captures mimics that sound just a moment too late. Wrong. As usual, there'll be a very exclusive retreat for those who ascend to the title of Knight Septri right here in Dragoria. What's the price of ascension? Make once from them. Okay. Money. I have trinkets Casper can get, but skits those are worth so much more. Lives in some cases. Lives in some cases. You like having other people's lives in your hands, don't you, Amiga? Is that your substantial way of turning this chance me into interrogation? Your mother hired me to get to the bottom of Najdor's murder. I don't want to. I might need to be substantial. You crouch and look her dead in the eyes. So, what were you at 7:30 p.m. on the night of Najdor's death? What a needlessly aggressive question. Casper was with me, of course. And what were you? In my back in this very room, though. For you ask, no, I have no proof of that, but I have proof of what I was doing. They scroll through their phones and hand it to you with an air of disinterest. Oh, he was on social media. Okay. Devastating fact one. Cassandra Najdori face never changes. Perhaps it's the astronomical amount of Botox for a fading has-been. No, a smear campaign. Since a wolf, don't know. Abika, what are you doing? No, don't you disrespect wolves, little wolves, rubbing into her intestines. It is so difficult to portray. Perhaps Najdori truly needs to be ripped apart before we see results. We all go to the cinema to suffer to make us charming and make us charming and make a perform an act of kindness someone needed to end Najdori's career before he could embarrass herself further. And on top of you, young thing, deliriously unoriginal, slandered me at a party last month. Casper helped me craft that post. At Casper, he closed your eyes, staring intently into a glowing log fire. Then tell me what it says. Casper looks at you in alarm, then quickly ducks his gaze to your floor. How am I supposed to remember something from a week ago? From over a week ago. Basic condemnation, guys. Condemnation. How dare you discriminate against Casper? Asking your brother to confirm his alibi is hardly discrimination. He can take all the time he needs to answer. By doing so, he will seem more guiltier like a kid. Casper plucks at the carpet as he scrambles for the memory or an excuse. I'm going with excuse. Amiga implied that Cassandra Najdori lied about another actress so to get her big break. Nice work. That proves you at least read it at some point. We replied to so many comments that night. I'm sure it's all a blur. Right, it was the comments. My followers enjoy interacting with me personally when a post goes viral because it uses my login to help me get to more people. You scroll through the comments and make the accounts replies to comments every minute or so up until nearly 8 p.m. Is there any way to identify which of you wrote the what? Of course not. There'll be no point in doing it otherwise. Yes it is. Yes it is. It's like New Line. Yes it is. There is a way to know who wrote it. You are Casper letting the silent stretch. Mika's legs begin to jiggle. But that means Casper has no alibi. Mika is my alibi. Oh, so Mika should be. Oh, okay. Sure. You know what? Mika just proved their alibi. But they've done nothing to convince me that you weren't at that crime scene. You were in close finding Casper's keys and holding it. In fact, I'm puzzled that you were there. No, I wasn't. Of course I wasn't. No? Then you don't have something from the scene that in your possession as a keepsake maybe. Luca goes up, speaking sharply over Casper before he can answer. Of course he doesn't. He's not some brainless nutpot. Nah. Lucas saw Casper to shut up. Listen, he's trying to look at the person, and Lucas told Casper to shut up. There it is. And Lucas trying to tell Casper to keep his mouth shut. Just confess, cousin. Rico would just confirm you're guilty. Rico definitely still. What did you say? How did you know about Magpie? Believe it or not, kids, because believe it or not, children, I'm good at my job. Now I know that Casper was at the murder scene before Tris and I got there, and I know he took something with him when he left. But the first time he did nothing that made me look frightened. Good. What are you going to do? Unless I get a thorough, verifiable explanation, I'm going to have to conclude that Casper was responsible for Naruto's death. I had nothing to do with Naruto. Then prove it, because if you don't, and the killer gets wind of this, you can bet they'll let you take the fall anyway. They could choose on their lip. Casper looks to them helplessly. I had nothing to say to you. Nor Mika can respond. Casper boots, leaving from the parlor house with the great grace and speed of a leopard, nearly missing to a crater. Where you going? Guilty, Casper, stop! Casper wrinkles a big cage from the wall and dives through into the secret passage beyond. Damn his fast. You know to follow, but Mika surprises you by laying a cool hand on your elbow. He'll be going back through the passage. We can head him off. Now, no funny business. No, you know your case, and I can see you have the stronger reason on me. Quickly get through the door and into Casper's family lit bedroom. We desperately put something deeper into a chest of drawers before turning to you with a hunted look. Don't come closer. Oh what? Casper breathes heavily, eyes darting between you and every exit point in the room. Gary, so tell him what happened. What what were you really doing at 7:30 that night? It had been helping Amika with their clothes, but engaging with comments made up of emojis is so uninspiring. I had to leave. Rude, but okay. Well, I wanted to see if Tristan had brought anything interesting back from America, so I headed to her room. You were going to steal my stuff? Really, Casper? Is getting old. Mother encouraged all of us to have Josh. It's his mine. So stealing is your job, really? That's and you go there and you got there. Stop driving out and tell them. Casper relaxes, setting into the familiarity of the old sibling squabble. He stretches out in front of the fireplace. Via the passes, of course. Nobody uses them anymore except me and Amika. And now the killer of the... Did you see anything unusual while you were in there? I'm not sure I did. The blood, Catherine. He saw blood on the floor leading from Tristan's room. Well, to be honest, I thought it might have been a prank, but then I saw Nigel licking all over the place. That's just like you, to think somebody bleeding out on my floor is an inconvenience. He was in shock, clearly. Look at Casper to answer the question himself. Well, I was fascinated and quite disturbed. Perhaps I was in shock. It's difficult to say. I couldn't quite tear my gaze from her. Usually, blood makes me ill, but she looked so valuable, exquisitely relaxed. Vulnerable, exquisitely relaxed. You are a psychopath. You are a psychopath. I was about to do a 10-day adventure. A photograph could never have done it justice. So, you took a souvenir? Yes, Nigel eyes begged me to remember. Yes, Nigel eyes begged me to remember what I'd seen. Memorize it somehow. So I peeled the garrote from her neck. Remember what Ruby had written about Nigel's stubborn thing applied postpartum, post-mortem, and a daunting realization falls over you. You stole the murder weapon. I couldn't very well have taken another, could I? The garrote was the next best thing. Our working theory has been that the whole time has been that the word there was the murder weapon. You completely derailed my investigation. Consider it a lesson in not jumping to conclusions. I would jump my fist right down your throat. That's what I'm gonna do in a minute. Are we done here? Casper came to me as soon as he left the scene, and I told him to act like he hadn't seen any of the end. Did you know about the garrote? Amika hesitates and shakes their hand. Your mouth says no, but no, he only told me about that little detail last night. Your mouth says no, but your expression and your lumens say yes. I need time along with it. It's a piece of that demands time and careful appreciation. You freaking psychopath. You are a psychopath. You had more than enough time with it. Time to hand it over. No. They made me take it from you, Casper. Just hand it over. Casper, this is serious. We need to run tests on it. It's fine. If you wanted it so badly, you should have gotten there earlier. You know what you sound like about? You sound like a video begging over a toy chart. Over a toy chart that was yours. That wasn't yours. You stole it. That's what you sound like. Nico looks at you with a flicker of uncertainty for backing up their brother, and how do you know you won't use it to frame us? The longer you go without finding a murderer, the worse you look. I can't tell her we need that girl, otherwise I'll kill this. Oh, he'll say. Okay. I don't care how badass you think you both are, you're not prepared for the hell I'll unleash if you get in my way of my work. Margaret and I have both seen what Television can do when he is pissed off. I suggest you don't push him further. They turn blink at you in surprise, and you can tilt their head as if trying to determine your level of sincerity. Get the good boy, Kevin gives you a candorous look, then nod. Fine, just give me time to say goodbye. Oh my god, he's treating us like a freaking ex-girlfriend. Oh my god. Just be glad they'll use it on you, because I will. I got half a mind to do that. I don't even want to know what that means. You pull out your phone as Casper rummages through his chest of drawers, seemingly having forgotten the weapon's precise location. We're about to so it wasn't the guy. No. Was it? And was it? What is it? Is it a boy? Very close. Very close. Very close. Very close. It's like a little bit deeper. It's a garrote. A garrote. I knew it. It fits the laceration of the neck perfectly. I'll try researching the historical significance of garrotes. And where was it? Can we see it? I'll answer these can't think of the letter right now. Exact how do you do it? Exact explanation. Where was it, Marie? Where is it? It's in a chest. And can you see it? No. Casper had it. And where he isn't the fella? I don't think so. He's just a big fan of world trinkets. That kid just keep getting creepier. I I'll run tests on the group first thing tomorrow. What makes you make sure you accept what he touched. Okay. You looked up from your phone, stepped into the group, carefully group before you, and the publication. Here, be gentle with it. You carefully translate. No, I'm not gonna be gentle with it. It's a freaking murder weapon that needs to be tested. Of course I'm gonna be gentle with it, you asshole. You carefully transfer the glue into the evidence bag. The wire is still thick with crusted blood and shreds of skin. It must be really small shreds of skin because I don't get it. How fast did you get Catherine's back on his palms, tilting his head in deep contemplation? I don't remember how I came to be standing over her. 1 second I was frozen, staring into those abysmal eyes. Oh, she's you psychopath. Even stabbing in her blood felt like it would have ruined the sanctity of the scene. The sanctity. Focus the group. I was getting to that. At the code of each end of the group, they peel it out of her neck. I tried to be gentle, but it snagged. Oh, that is revolting. You psychopath. I had to touch her to get it out. Just once, her skin felt like porcelain. Cold and perfect. You psychopath. Oh. What if you can't handle these details, sister? How will you ever make it in the court hallways? Did you know anything else about Margaret's body? Casper considers the person a little too nasty. Not in the way you're asking. He's not going to get in trouble for this, is he? That's the dumbest question you can ask someone in these situations. Of course he is. Unless he's just money. They do it, or it's world status to get out of harm's way. That's still Bible evidence. I don't know how Virginia handles this sort of thing, but in New York, you'd be looking at another criminal charge. What if I avert some information in exchange for your discretion? If you're hiding something else about the murder, he's not talking about the murder. He's talking about a little information we have about you. At least someone you used to be violently in love with. Oh no, don't you? You feel looking at you, Juliana. Mika, why? What are you talking about? I know where this is going. The twins grin like Cheshire cats with a fresh canary between their jaws. Juliana, you weren't exactly her first for a flame, Justin, or do you mean you didn't know? She remains one of our other siblings before she agreed to marry you. Aren't you just dying to know? Aren't you just dying to know? You, oh, I hate both of you. I hate both of you. Oh, I hate both of you. I hate both of you. I hate both of you so much. I hate both of you so much. Oh, I hate both of you. Well, I hate both of you. Well, guys, hit the like button, comment, subscribe, hit the bell notification so you never miss an upload. And I'll catch you guys next episode. And I'm gonna go cool off because I'm wound up with rage from this chapter. But till next time, check out. Peace. Also, share my channel. Now, peace.